Hello, welcome to another Reaper blog tutorial. Today we're looking at Arturia's MiniLab MKII keyboard and the Analog Lab Lite version 3 software that comes with it. I really like the software. Controller, I'm on the fence about. Good news is that it's extremely cheap. It has 16 assignable endless rotary encoders, 8 pads with an additional 8 pads with the second layer. You can configure 7 user layouts with the MIDI control software. What's not great is that the keys are really small. They have no aftertouch. The knobs are not great quality. Sometimes they're a little bit jumpy when you're assigning them to controls in Reaper through the MIDI link stuff. With some things, they move very slowly. You have to make custom actions to get around that. It's not a premium product, but it is very good, especially for the around $100 price point. So with that said, what I wanted to focus on in this is kind of how this controller interacts with the Analog Lab software and why I think it's a good value. I've been playing with this a bunch. I've had this keyboard for a couple months. I think I got it at the beginning of the summer. Really like this Analog Lab software. There are a ton of great sounds, and they keep adding to it as well in their store page here. It's set up in 4 sections. On the left, there is the bank or the categories browser, and the first knob on the keyboard will go through that section. I can push in the knob. It will expand all the instruments, and I can see the different types of instruments. I can filter that by organs. And in the middle column, all of the patches, the presets, are filtered by just those organ sounds. There are a lot of different sounds here. The 9th knob, the one directly below the number 1 knob, is similar in that you can push down a button to load in that sound. And turning this will go through the presets. You can scroll through all the presets by clicking them with a mouse, or what I often do is use the controls on here because it's great that these first 2 knobs, or number 1 and number 9, the ones on the far left, they're always linked to this browser, and then the other ones are linked to the most common controls. So with this preset here, I've got pitch bend, mod wheel, on these nice touch controls. Then I've got filter frequency, resonance, filter mode. Some of them have effects. I'll go to another preset. This one's called long bells. So there's a chorus here. Also in this, there are some dual instrument patches, like this one here, Moody Sky. It's got a DX7 on part 1 and modular on the right. Sounds like this. And so there are these tabs here that have different sets of controls. And when you click on one, you can see which one is active. And you can also click on edit, and we have some more functions here, like we can do some basic mixing, we can control the send levels, we can set the note split, or the range that each part will play in, and we can choose which effects are on each part. These effects are the send effects that you see here. There's also this live section, which has multiple macros. We can assign different macros, different controls, multiple controls assigned to single parameters, and they can be parameters from either of the synths. So really flexible stuff. If you own any of the Arturia full version software, you can load any of these presets here as a starting point, and then you can actually load in the full version of the plugin from there and tweak every single parameter. But just within this, you get all of the basic parameters, the most used parameters, and that's all set up for you in this preset browser. So it's a really great way of browsing A lot of good sounds and being able to use them immediately with these 14 knobs in this section. So let's just go through a couple of my favorite presets. Here's replicant strings. So this is a lot of fun. I've wasted hours just playing along with this, and and not getting anything recorded, but just having a lot of fun. And because this plugin is controlled by MIDI, you can use any other controller. But this integration, the way that the software works with this controller is really great. And it will work with any of the Arturia keyboards. There are different kind of layouts here for different Arturia keyboards. So if you have the MiniLab 88, you have these other faders, and you get more of those controls from that synthesizer. I have the MiniLab MKII, so it looks like that. Go to another preset. Well, I'm running out of things to say about this. If you're in the market for a new compact MIDI controller or some new sounds, I think this is a great combination. It's around $100 US, 120 Canadian, I think it was. So really outstanding value. I'm happy to have this on my desk all the time because it takes up so little space. So there you go. That's my opinion on the MiniLab MKII and the Analog Lab Lite software. If you're in the market for a new MIDI controller, something compact that fits on your desk well, something that has good integration with virtual instruments, I would recommend this. Thanks a lot for watching. Hope you've enjoyed this tutorial. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Follow me on Facebook and Twitter. Support the Reaper blog through Patreon. And visit reaperblog.net for a lot more tutorials.